very special for me because all of you graduated in CPS. Now, as CPS Alumni Director, I am extremely honored to announce this year's graduation guest speaker. This alum, after holding upper management positions worldwide in respected corporations such as Land Rover, Commencement Worldwide, among others, is now the founder and CEO of Risk Cooperative and Strategy Risk and Capital Management firm. This Harvard graduate serves as the chairman of the board of Harvard Business School Club of Washington, D.C. and Harvard Business School Global Alumni Board. One of his priorities in life involves several humanitarian endeavors. Among those is to find new ways for the government to aid in the education of our youth and help them to get the opportunity for a better job. He is an absolute proof that determination, discipline, and enthusiastic disposition are fundamental traits for achieving outstanding goals in life. But most importantly, when I told him how difficult it was going to be for me to present him, since he has a 10-page resume, he said, I don't know how to present you. He said immediately, his response was, just say I am a comic. So with no further ado, Mr. Dante Disparte, class of 1996.
Thank you very much. It's such an honor to be here, and these are incredible remarks from an incredible class. It's a tough act to follow. I really do want to be the person that Joanne just described in that introduction. And I must say that I'm truly humbled to be the speaker so few of you will remember in 10 years. It's a pleasure for me to be back in Puerto Rico. I'm honored to share this special occasion with you. And like you, I'm very proud of the class of 2015. This is as much about sending the class of 2015 into the so-called real world as it is about thanking all the people who made this day possible. So let me start by thanking Commonwealth, teachers, faculty, staff, the wider village you see right out there. The village that has raised this incredible group of graduates. Thank you for giving me this profound opportunity. I must especially thank Joanne for first reaching out to me, Headmaster Quinn, for giving me the mic, and so many others. It really is an honor. And I would be remiss if I also didn't thank my loving wife, without whom life would not be possible, and my 3 wonderful children for lending me to you today. So, where's the class of 2015? They're all right here. Please stand, if you may, I might be breaking protocol, and acknowledge your village. So let's give them an applause. You can sit down. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the home of the comments and a few media rights as well. So village, please join me now in recognizing the fruits of your labor, because this day would not have happened without all of you. So I remember the trepidation of sitting in your seat, wondering what the world would bring when I was forced to let go of the important source of stability Commonwealth and Parkville before it provided. But even as I clung to the slippery rungs of the high school graduation ladder, being the first of my siblings to complete this feat, I learned the power of letting go. Free fall, or not having fear of failure, is a powerful force. Like most skills in life, including the ones you've honed at Commonwealth, skills like the thirst for knowledge, curiosity, sneaking out of class to party, social skills. Fear of failure can also be conquered with practice. Just like bones heal stronger when they are broken, the most important lessons of life come from being completely and utterly shattered. Let's call this reality comets and meteorites. Both blaze, travel really fast, and spark wonder. One ends up in a giant crater and the fire fizzles out. The other blazes through the sky and may even be a star to wish upon. Throughout your life, and certainly up to this point, you will be both the meteorite and the comet. When you're the meteorite, remember to piece together the embers of your wreckage and start the fire again, for no obstacle in life is too great to overcome. Some craters are so deep and dark that it may seem like it's the end. In September of 1989, my family, home, and world were shattered by Hurricane Hugo. At age 12, I was faced with the stark choice of becoming an adult, and from that point forward, I no longer lived at home with my family. Escape from a crater that deep involves many helping hands and standing on a few shoulders to reemerge. A few of those hands are here today, including my sister, the great poet Lady Leanders and mother of a future comet, Naya Lee, and my brother Gabriel Berrios, who's also a comet, with whom I fulfilled the lifelong dream of entrepreneurship. I had to crawl out of a crater when Baldwin didn't accept me as a student. So there's another graduation today without a guest speaker. I had to get out of a crater when my college withheld my diploma at the graduation because of an outstanding debt. I had to crawl out of many professional craters to reemerge stronger and more resilient. Even now, our island is in a crater of public debt that we all have to climb out of. Let the heat and fire of meteoric failure forge you into a stronger, more resilient person. And above all, no matter what crater you fall into, and trust me, there will be many, crawl out stronger and reach down and pull others up with you. This is life's deepest obligation and the fabric from which we build society's safety net. For many of the 2015 graduating class, there is a massive crater they face right now, namely the seemingly endless chasm between Puerto Rico and college in the US and around the world. This is no rite of passage in the way that it is for our brothers and sisters in Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Jumping over this crater is your birthright. Your education from Commonwealth, your multilingual and multicultural background have prepared you for this future. So to quote Nike, just do it. In 1996, 19 years ago, I was told by your class president, that really hurt. 1996, when I graduated from Commonwealth, I was ill prepared for the winter. With my reggae-colored poncho, my only defense from the blizzard of 1996. But I was not ill prepared for academic life. At Goucher College, the end of each semester was like a crater of financial and academic hardship I had to claw out of, until in the end, I was forged into a young man with a liberal arts education, standing at the bottom of yet another slippery ladder, daring me to climb. In 2000, postponing reality with graduate education was not a financial option for me, although the vision remained very much alive. A little fire that kept the light, from my mother's belief that I could go far. She too was a comet, whose fire can never be extinguished. So I scaled, from living in basements and attics, to selling insurance door to door, to falling into and crawling out of new craters. Be unrelenting in your pursuits, and do not externalize your happiness. Life has an insidious way of punishing those who say, I will be happy when I get into a top university, or I'll be happy when I get that next great promotion. It turns out, unhappy people don't do very well in interviews for top universities or for that next great job. Worse yet, you may find that once you're there and you've achieved what you so aspire to, that it doesn't meet your expectations. What I've learned is that all the things they once told me 19 years ago, when I was in your chair, are true, although I confess, I too don't remember my graduation speaker. So change is the only constant. Adaptability is your best survival mechanism. More powerful still, you too can be an agent for change. So think of each crater and the metaphor of comets and meteorites as a lesson on the importance of experimentation. There is no such thing as failure or a crater too deep to crawl out of. Apologies, a crater too deep to crawl out of if you view the experiment, or the experience rather, as an experiment. Let's call it the scientific method of life. The greatest things in life and society's greatest advancements are the products of trial and error. The transformative protagonists of this drama, the ones who lift entire generations from their moral craters, are often the meek and least likely. You have no obligation to emulate anyone. Be yourself and set your own measures for success. We've had an entire generation aiming for the top of the mountain, armed with their catapult, that would shoot them to the top, skipping the tough part in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, as the village elders will tell you, there is no such thing as a catapult. The way to the top of any mountain you find before you has a tough part in the middle requiring you to climb. Growing up, I had always heard that adults were to give the next generation a better world. Now with children of my own, I realize that this noble message is not only wrong, it is futile. Our job as adults is not to give a better world to the next generation, but to give a better generation to the world. The class of 2015, be that generation. I believe in your ability to climb, your village believes in your ability to climb, and at each plateau along the way up, you will find a few friendly and familiar faces. Now it's your turn to believe in your ability to climb. The feat you've accomplished today is a game changer so few in the world will experience. Relish this day and take nothing for granted on the exciting road that lies ahead. Explore a few side roads and detours. Be sure to slow down from time to time. You can take so much more in that way. And above all, have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, join me again in saluting the class of 2015.